Hey guys, it's Haig here, and I'm going to make a very long video on how to remove almost any piece of malware for free. Alright, so I'm on my virtual computer here, which is really infected with malware, and we got what's called, we got a lot of different types of malware on here. We got what's called a fake antivirus, which is running on this computer. It's a type of malware that is trying to get me to purchase the full version of this antivirus plus, which is not even real. It's basically it lists here that I have all kinds of malware, and if I try to register this, it's gonna want me to purchase the full version of the program. It's fake and it's just trying to get you to enter in your credit card information so the criminals can have it. This antivirus plus is actually not even a real antivirus. It's been scripted to display these fake infections that don't even exist on the computer. It's actually called a scareware program. And I got a few of these on here. I got antivirus, general antivirus, which doesn't want to run anymore. But that's another fake program. It might run, you never know. Let's open it up and say no, it doesn't want to run. But that's another malware that's on here. I got us pop-ups, and I got this warning, antivirus plus, always telling me that I'm infected. It's just fake. And if you check down here, I got some other fake programs running. Advanced PC Care wanting us to call up a number so they can probably scam you. This Advanced PC Care basically is another one that's like the antivirus plus. It's a fake computer tool for diagnosing problems that, but these infections and what the results that it displays and these issues that it displays don't exist on the computer. It's another scareware application that wants you to pay for fake software that doesn't do nothing. It's just really, it's called crap, is what I call it, because it won't help your computer one bit. We got another one called right here, which is another fakeware program. It's called Slim Cleaner, and this again, they got the Microsoft partner on here. They're not with Microsoft, and whatever this program finds is bogus. It's fake. It's not really real. This is just another program. It wants me to register to purchase the full version so they can get money off you. And it's again, it's just crap. It's really, it won't help you. It's basically viruses and malware. So if I go to my browser, we can see that the browser, being Internet Explorer, has a whole bunch of toolbars that have been on here. It's basically the theme that we see a lot with a lot of infected computers. It's basically not necessarily what we would consider a virus, but it's basically adware and it's basically crap. And you can see my homepage has been changed, and you can see I'm getting pop-ups now, want me to register. Oh, now Antivirus Plus has popped up and all over the place. And basically, these pop-ups just don't go away. They're all over the place. And our homepage has been changed to this weird ass.com. If I do a search for something, let's say antivirus software, we don't really get really helpful results. It's probably gonna, let's see what it does anyways. Oh, it does, but you know, this ask.com is just crap and it's not something you want on your computer. It's really just a type of malware or a potentially unwanted program. And the way this really got installed was downloading programs online, and it was bundled in the installation of software where I didn't uncheck a box, and it put in the Axe toolbar software, and it really just slows the performance of browsing down. And normally I would use Google, right? So I'm going to show you how to basically clean up a computer that's infected like this for free. All right. So the very first method in virus and spyware removal is to boot the computer into something called safe mode. I know some people know how to boot into safe mode and other people don't know how to boot into safe mode. But when you boot into safe mode, all these programs, like fake antivirus programs and all these fake system scanning programs that I like this one here, shouldn't be able to load in the safe mode environment, and we have a better chance at actually removing infections off the computer being booted into safe mode rather than being booted into Windows normally. So to get to safe mode on a Windows computer from your desktop, this will work for all versions of Windows. What you want to do is you want to hold down the Windows key on the bottom left corner and hit the R key, and this will open up the run box. And what you want to write in the run box is mscconfig. You want to click enter, and you'll get the system configuration box coming up. Over on the left, you'll have a boot tab. If you click on that, you'll have your Windows operating system. You want to select that. And then under advanced boot options, you want to check safe mode, and then you want to check network. And so that way we can have the computer working with the internet connection and be booted into safe mode at the same time. Once you do that, you want to click apply, click OK, and it's going to ask you to restart the computer to apply these changes. You want to go ahead and restart the computer. What that's going to do is it's going to boot this computer up into safe mode, and we have a better chance at removing any kind of infection booted into safe mode rather than being booted into the normal environment where all those programs are running. Alright, so I'll talk more about what I'm going to show you in this video. We're really going to just be downloading programs that are free. All you need is a network connection that works, and you have to know how to download a program, and you're in good shape. And the programs that I'm going to use are not something that you can buy on store shelves. These are basically utilities that you have to download. They're very effective utilities. One of them is going to be Malwarebytes Anti-Malware. Another one's going to be HitmanPro, Junkware removal tool from Bleeping Computer, and AdwCleaner is another one, and CCleaner. And we'll also use a program called Ravo Uninstaller to uninstall other programs on the computer that we don't want. So we're just waiting for this virtual computer to reboot. I'm just going to go ahead and power it off and then reboot it this way. So when we reboot the computer, if we configured everything right, we're going to be booting into something called safe mode. And when you get into safe mode, the resolution is going to be different on your computer probably, and you'll have a black background saying safe mode. That's completely normal. At the end of the video, I'll show you how to unconfigure this so your computer will boot back into a normal environment. But we really just need to be booted into safe mode so we can effectively remove malware for free off the computer. Now, if you're running on Windows 7 or below, you're likely going to get black writing going down the screen, white writing and black background saying drivers are loading up. That's completely normal. It will be just loading your drivers, and eventually you'll get to your desktop. So we're just waiting to get to our desktop here. And hopefully by configuring this computer to boot into safe mode, we're not going to have any of those fake antiviruses running or any of those fake programs that I showed you in the beginning of the video running, and we should have no pop-ups at all. It should be nothing should be running but the desktop and the browser if we did this correctly. So we're just giving it a few more minutes here so we can boot to our desktop. It may take a minute. Alright, it's loading into the desktop now. It's booted into safe mode. Alright, so we're in safe mode now, and you can see, as I said, the background's changed, and we got, you can exit out of this help and support. You got a black background in all the corners. It says safe mode. Safe mode. That means you're into safe mode successfully. And if you look down here, you don't got anything running. Uh, the network's not running for whatever reason, which is not good. I want to see if I can get internet connection, because what we want is to open up our browser, because we want to have a network connection working. So let's see if we can get onto the network. Alright, good, it works. Alright, anyways, once you're booted up into safe mode with networking, we are ready to remove all the viruses and malware on the computer, alright? Now, one of the very first things that you want to do when you're working with malware on the computer is you want to right click down on the taskbar of your start menu, and you'll get an option called Task Manager. Now, this is going to be only for Windows 8 and Windows 10. I'm going to show you how to do this on the older versions of Windows in a second. But what you want to do is you want to shut off every program that starts with Windows. So when you boot back into the normal environment, all those fake antivirus programs or any malware that you have on the computer won't boot up with Windows for you. Alright, so you want to right click on the taskbar, and then when you see the task manager, you want to open that up, and you want to come down to a startup. Now this is going to only be for Windows 8 users or Windows 10 users. If you're running Windows 7, you're gonna have to do it a different way. If you're running Windows 7, you want to hit your Windows key and hold that down and hit R again, and you want to go into MSC config again, like we did earlier, and click OK. And when you get this system configuration box popped up, you'll have a tab right here called Startup. And in there, you'll be able to uncheck all the programs, basically, that run when Windows starts. You basically want to uncheck all those and then click Apply. Alright? That will be for Windows 7 users and below. So if you're running on Windows 8, like I am, it's just a little different. It's in Task Manager. And what you want to do is you want to right click on all these programs or select them. Like there's the fake antivirus that we have running when Windows starts. It's on your free times for some reason. And then down here we have another program. What you want to really do, and there's the toolbar too that we don't want. So what you want to do is basically click disable and make sure all of these are on disabled. You don't need any program to start with Windows. Because we're removing malware, we don't know which one's malicious, which one's not. It's safe to actually disable every entry in here. So basically click them down here, disable. Just do that for every one of them. And that will basically start these from starting when Windows starts. You can't really mess up your computer doing this. Anything can be turned off and the computer's still going to boot up properly. Now under here I got VMware tools. Well, that's because I'm on a virtual computer. For this reason I'm going to only leave that one on, but for you guys just uncheck and disable everything. If it's Windows 7, uncheck everything in here and then click apply, and then it will ask you to restart the computer, but don't do that. Anyways, so we're back at our desktop here with all those programs disabled. So another thing you want to do is you want to start with the actual process of actually removing the malware off the system. And we're going to be using some programs here. But before we do that, we're going to get rid of all of our junk files and our temporary files that slow the scan time down. Basically, it will help us make faster scans for malware. So what you want to do is you want to open up your browser, be it Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, and you want to search for a program called CCleaner. It's a free program. It's basically going to get rid of all your temp files that slow your computer down and all your junkware files. So what you want to do is you want to write CCleaner in. Now I've got this weird little ass thing coming up, so I may have to look around for it. You want to get it from this website, www.piraform.com/CCleaner. I'll leave the link in the description box where you can get it. I actually think this is actually a website that will give you adware. Never mind. You want to download CCleaner and basically you want to save that to your desktop. Some people will go into your downloads folder. Well, wherever you saved it to. I'm just going to save it to my desktop. So I'm assuming you know how to download a file. You want to download CCleaner. Alright. Another software what we're going to be using is called AdwCleaner. Actually, we'll do a search for that later on. You just want to download CCleaner. and save it to your desktop and open it up. And you're going to install CCleaner. And click Next, Install, and Run. So, when CCleaner opens up, we're going to click Start Trial. Alright, we're just going to do that for now. And what we're going to do is once CCleaner opens is we're going to simply open this program up and we're going to come down here and click Run Cleaner. It's going to say that permanently removing these files from your system. Check this box, do not show this again, and click OK. And this is basically going to scan and delete all those junk files, those temporary files, and all those files that slow the computer down for you. And depending on how many of them are, this scan may take a while to do, or it may go by very fast. This is a virtual computer, it doesn't really have much junkware on here, so it's not taking that long to do. But for you, it may take 30 minutes or it may take 5 minutes, it doesn't matter. So you want to basically sit back and let this run its clean. Now I'm already done here, so I've already freed up 555 MB worth of files that were junk files. Most of you, if you haven't run this before, will have it in the gigabyte range. This is not much on here. So it's a virtual computer. I don't expect to be much junk files on here, but what you want to do is you want to run the cleaner, and when it's done, you'll basically free up all those junk files off the computer. And once that's done, you're ready to start the scan with other programs. Alright, so as I said, I'm going to be running the scan with a few programs. Going to be using something called Malwarebytes Anti-Malware, and we're going to be using HitmanPro, and we're going to use Junkware removal tool as well. Alright, and AdwCleaner. So if you go back to your browser and you want to do a search for something called Malwarebytes Anti-Malware. It's a free utility and basically it deals with removing malware. This is a program that's going to get rid of that fake antivirus that I had and all other infections that I had. So I'm going to click free version. The free version basically allows you to wipe out malware for free. The full version gives you real-time protection and requires you to update it. The free version you need to update yourself, but this program is very, very good to have on your computer. This is going to wreck any malware that you have on here, and it's very fast. It's like a small little file. Alright, so I've already downloaded that, and I'm opening it up, and I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to install it. So I'm going to click Next, accept user agreement, Next, 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 and Next, and Install. And what that's going to do is it's going to install Malwarebytes to the computer. I click Finished. And it's going to start loading up Malwarebytes, and it's going to go ahead, it's going to update the database, which is good. We'll give it a second to do that. It's not going to take that long to update the database. Once it's updated, we're going to click Scan Now, and we'll begin a scan for malware on the computer. So it says a new version of Malwarebytes Anti-Malware is ready to install. You want to install now? For some reason, I'm gonna click OK. If you don't get that pop-up, that's alright. For some reason, I don't have the newer version, so I'm just gonna click install and rerun the setup process all over again and install it. So I'm gonna have the most updated version of Malwarebytes Anti-Malware. It's very important though to have the updated version. Alright. So now it's just gonna go back and check for updates one more time. We're almost ready to perform a scan here. Alright, everything's now done. We're updated to the latest database, and now we're going to click Scan Now. What that's going to do is it's going to start a scan. That's probably going to take anywhere between 5 to 30 minutes to do. And it will basically list all the malware that it finds on the computer. And if you had malware like I had with all those fake antivirus software, it will find a whole load of malware, maybe in the 100 pieces of malware or whatever it finds. And let that run. It will take about 30 minutes to run it. Or once it's found stuff, it basically will allow you to remove it for free. This is a free program. As you see, we've already found 4 infected files right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that run. And when it's done, I'll unpause the video. Alright, so we've successfully ran the Malwarebytes anti-malware. It's been about 30 minutes, so I've unpaused the video here, and it's found over 948 infections. And that scan took about 30 minutes to do. And when it's done, it's going to pop up and say malware detected. And you can now scroll through, and it will basically list all the malware that it's found. You could see here, if I expand that, oh, MindSpark A. That's actually likely the toolbar that we have that we saw in the earlier part of the video that's attached to the browser. Yes, it is. It's a toolbar. So yeah, it's registered as a potentially unwanted program, not really a virus, but you can continue to scroll down here, and here we go. We have some malware. There's the fake antivirus, general antivirus, antivirus plus. More parts of this fake toolbar. Now there could be several different registry entries for the same infection, so that's why it shows this again and again and again. It's the same infection. It's just different folders and files on your computer. But what you want to do is make sure everything's all checked and keep going down so you can look at yourself. So there's more about rogue antivirus. It's just different folders and files and areas of the computer that this is infected. It's the same type of infection. Let me keep going down to see if we got anything else. So it's very common to see a lot of different duplicates of the same infection because, as I said, it's just different registry entries, different files located on different areas of the computer. It's just all of the same infection. So that 948 infections is not really 948 infections. It's just files that are within the same infection. And really, there's only a couple infections. Right down here, there's Ask Web Search. That was that Ask Web Search that we were showing earlier. So it doesn't really matter how much this really finds. What you want to do is you want to click Remove Selected. And that will go ahead and you'll watch this number at the top right here. Just give it a minute to change and it's going to go ahead and successfully remove all that. And it will ask you to reboot the computer. And when we reboot, we're going to go in and we're going to do another scan with something called HitmanPro. Yes, we need to do more than just one scan to remove malware nowadays because Malwarebytes being as good as it is, it can't do everything. Okay, there's still going to be stuff that anything is going to get fine. Now, Malwarebytes may have removed 90% of it. HitmanPro was also a good program to run as well once we reboot. So, it says the scan is completed successfully. And it says all items have been removed successfully. A log has been saved to the logs folder. Your computer needs to restart to complete the removal process. Would you like to restart now? You'll click on yes, and that will go ahead and restart the computer on us. So when it restarts, we're going to be back into the safe mode environment, and once we restart, we're going to download another program called HitmanPro, and then we'll finish off with AdwCleaner, Junkware removal tool, and then Ravel uninstaller, and then we'll get any unwanted program that was left behind and remove it. So we're just rebooting the computer. Now Malwarebytes Anti-Malware is a free program. It has you could buy the full version, and what that does is it gives you real-time protection, and that basically will protect you from threats as before they come into the computer. Whereas the free trial, you can scan your computer and basically remove malware for free for unlimited times. The full version gives you real-time protection and also automatically updates for you. The free version requires you to automatically update. It requires you to automatically click the scan button. So if you want better protection, I would strongly recommend you purchase the full version of Malwarebytes because it's a great program. And Malwarebytes Anti-Malware was designed to run alongside other antivirus software. It's actually an anti-malware application. It's not really an antivirus. But Malwarebytes, as we just seen, it basically kills malware off the computer. Alright, so we're booting back into to the safe mode environment. And as you can see here, the icon for that antivirus plus is no longer there because Malwarebytes has removed it. We still have that advanced PC care, which has not detected. We're going to get rid of that later on with Ravel uninstaller. You'll see later. We got, we've got rid of that rogue program along with, and if I open up the browser, let me see if we got rid of the toolbars or not. We did. We got rid of the toolbars as well. So now when I open up my browser, We got the Google is our homepage. We're not hijacked anymore by that random search. So I'm just going to exit out of that window. So now that we ran Malwarebytes, when I've opened up my browser, we no longer have those toolbars that we had at the beginning of the video. We have Google back now as our homepage, and I recommend everyone use their Google as their homepage. All right, so now I'm gonna scan the computer with something called HitmanPro. It's another program. Now HitmanPro is probably going to be more powerful than the Malwarebytes anti-malware, mainly because it scans the computer with up to like 4 different antivirus software, and it basically comes back and it's a cloud scanner. It's hard to explain, but if you search up Hitman Pro, and you can download it from Surf's Upright, it basically scans the computer with like I think AVG, uh, AVAS, Bitdefender, and a couple of other scanners. So it scans the system with more than one antivirus software at one time to give you a better solution. So that was the only reason why I think it's a little better than Malwarebytes. And this one's a 30-day free trial, but it will remove anything on your system. So if you click download now, I get the 64-bit. If you're running a 32-bit operating system, download the 32-bit. Now normally you'll be running a 62-bit nowadays, so I'm just going to download a 64-bit edition, and I'm going to click on run, and we'll just let that download. Hitman Pro setup file isn't that long. It shouldn't take long to download. It should just take a couple of minutes here to download. We'll allow that to download real quick. Alright, so Hitman Pro is coming up now, and just giving it a second here. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to click Next, accept the user agreement. You can actually exit out of your browser now, and you want to click Next again, and that's going to go ahead and start scanning the computer for any more malware that you may have been left behind by the Malwarebytes anti-malware. And this scan should take a while as well to run. I don't know how long it's going to take, so I'll pause the video, and once that Hitman Pro is done, I'll unpause it again. It's already found tracking cookies here. Tracking cookies are harmless. Every computer is going to have them. So if you see tracking cookies, don't worry. It's nothing serious at all. Every computer is going to get tracking cookies. You can't help it, and it's very harmless. Alright, so Hitman Pro is now done. And as we can see here, it's found more leftovers of that MindSpark adware that we had. It's basically probably leftovers of the toolbars that we had and adware. Found another thing called garden and exhaust. It's another little bit of adware and remnants left over of adware. I'm gonna keep going down. It's tracking cookies, and what this is really just remnants of the adware that we had on the computer. It's not really new malware or anything bad, but it will slow the system down, and it's just good to get rid of it all. So Hitman Pro may have found more than what I've may have found a Trojan for you. It may have found other things, but whatever it found, you can remove this by clicking Next, and it's going to go ahead and it's going to create a system restore point. Oh, I can't really create a system restore point, I think, in safe mode, but that doesn't matter because I'm logged into safe mode likely, but that doesn't matter. If you get this box saying it's unable to create a restore point, that's likely because we're booted into safe mode, but that's alright. So just click OK, and it'll ask you, would you like to continue removing malicious software anyways, and click OK. Alright, so what it's going to do is asking you to get a product key. So if you want to buy it, you can, or you can activate your free trial by giving your email address in. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my email address in here. And that will activate your 30-day free trial, and it will remove whatever it finds. This is another good program to buy the full version of if you really want to. So I've just put my email address in. I'm just waiting for it to activate the free trial. Then we're going to click next and remove those threats. Just give it a minute here. I wonder if it will let me because I've already used it. Oh yeah, never mind. I've used my email address for this more than once. Okay, it says the product is successfully activated. I got 28 days remaining. And now I'm just going to click on next. It gives me that option again. Unable to remove it. Create a system restore point. Are you sure you want to create one anyways? I'm just going to click on OK. And then it's just going to go ahead and delete or quarantine or do whatever it needs to. So it says it's deleted, 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 deleted. Look down here. I want to click next. And it says malicious software was partly removed from your computer. Restart your computer for complete removal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click reboot. And what that's going to do is it's going to restart the computer once more and go in and remove whatever else that wasn't removed. And it will do it on the next reboot here. So we're rebooting up into Windows once more. We'll just give it a moment here. Alright, so we're booted back up into our desktop again on safe mode with networking, right? So we'll exit out of that. And we're going to go continue on removing other malware because we still got this advanced PC care, which is crap on here. We got this one, which is crap, and we're going to get rid of that later in the video. But I'm kind of doing this in certain steps, which I like to do. Alright, so next thing we're going to use is called Junkware Removal Tool for any additional crapware that we've missed. And it's another tool that we can get for free. So open up your browser again. And what you want to do is you want to search up Junkware Removal Tool. And we're going to get this one off Bleeping Computer's website, alright? Junkware Removal Tool is Malwarebytes also created this tool. It's basically a tool that will remove additional crap that you don't that may be left over. It also helps you to run this tool because it will reset any permissions, I think, in the registry that was modified by malware that was previously on the system too. So download Junkware Removal Tool. Alright, I've already clicked on the download button, so I'm going to just go ahead and run it. And I'll also leave the link in the description box. Okay, so once Junkware Removal Tool is downloaded, it looks like this. It opens up the command prompt. And it's going to say this is Junkware Removal Tool by Malwarebytes version 7.5.8, depending on what version you are and where you download it. Down here it says press any key to continue. So you just want to press any key, and it's going to go ahead and create a story point. Story point failed, obviously, because system restore points failed because we're in basically we're booted into safe mode here, so we're not going to worry about that. We'll click enter again. It's going to check. It's going to say check and start up. So it's going to check startup for any malicious programs. It's going to check processes. We don't have really any processes maliciously running in safe mode anyways, but it will go ahead and check for malicious processes. It's going to go ahead and check files, check folders, attempt to remove whatever crap it finds. This one won't take that long. Gonna check the registry for programs that are malicious entries or crapware entries, whatever, or missing entries or modified entries by malware or whatever. Just let it do that. Look for shortcuts. Check in Internet Explorer for modifications like toolbars, which we really got rid of already. Alright, so when it's done, it opens up a log, and it's going to say what it found and deleted. Now, I don't think it really found much here. Oh, it did find a few services that were malicious and deleted it. Alright, but it's going to say a reboot's required to remove all of those. Anyways, let's see what it says down here. Successfully deleted. Oh, so it did go. It found that SIM Cleaner Plus, that crap program that I showed you that displays fake results about the computer. So it's found that, and it's basically deleted the task. Also, it's deleted this registry entry, which is another. It's part of that SIM Cleaner Plus program, which is crap. So and then it's deleted some files here, and if you can kind of go in and see what it's found. So it's found, and this actual Facebook link that was on my desktop was actually installed by a Trojan, so it's gonna go remove that. And you can go through and see what it found and what it's deleted, and it really doesn't matter. You can exit the log, and the next thing you can do is it did say that some of those were going to be deleted on reboot. So what you do is you can restart the computer again, and we'll go back into our desktop, and then we're going to go and use AdwCleaner, and then we'll boot back up into the normal environment and use Ravelon installer to get rid of that other program that's on their desktop still that didn't get removed yet. And probably the reason why that advanced PC care tool is still running or still on our system is likely because it hasn't been really detected as malware yet, because it's just a potentially unwanted program that the database hasn't protected yet, but we'll remove it ourselves and with Ravelon installer later in the video. So we're letting it boot up. All right, it's booted up again. So now we're going to go download AdwCleaner. It's another tool that will remove basically adware and toolbars that may have been left behind, or any entries that were left behind, like adware and toolbar malware entries in the registry or whatever it finds leftovers of the infections from before. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Google back and search AdwCleaner. You can download it again from bleepingcomputer.com. Same website we got that junkware removal tool off of. Download it, save it somewhere where you're going to remember it, and execute the file. I'm just going to click download. And click run. Downloads real fast. What I like about a lot of these malware removal tools is you can really tell what one works the best, because the ones that download and install fast usually are the best tools you should use to clean up a computer that's infected. So when this program opens up, the interface looks like this. It's a simple program to use. All you have to do is click scan. And this scan is going to take so fast. It's not like Malwarebytes or HitmanPro. It doesn't really do a complete system scan. It just like scans certain areas of the computer that are known to be infected, or looks for any entries that are left over. It may not even find anything, because we've used HitmanPro, Malwarebytes, and Junkware removal tool, so a lot of it's already off of the computer. So it may not even find anything here, but as it is, it never hurts. So it's completed. So when it's completed, you have the services box. You can check the folders, files, shortcuts, scheduled tasks, registry. Okay, so it's found some registry issues. That's part of left behind. There you go. That's Slimware utilities that we had before. I'm going to go Firefox, Chrome. So it really hasn't found much other than a few registry entries left behind. So you can click around on these tabs and see what it found. But what you want to do is you want to click the clean button. Now don't click on install, because if you click on install, it uninstalls the AdwCleaner program. You want to just click clean. And it'll say all programs will have to be closed in order to proceed with the removal process. So it's just saying that anything else that's opened other than AdwCleaner must be closed. And to save any work, alright, click OK. And that's going to go ahead and delete that. So it's going to say if you have been bought to use by AdwCleaner, it's probably because your PC contained unwanted programs and adware. It's just going to recommend you to safely install programs by unchecking boxes and stuff when you're downloading programs, so these type of adwares don't get in there. But anyways, just click OK. And it's going to say you must restart the computer to complete the removal process. So once more, it will reboot the computer. And now that we've rebooted the computer, we're going to go back into the system configuration utility and tell the computer to boot back up into the normal environment. And we'll finish up with Ravo on installer, and we'll get rid of all the other software that we don't want anymore, and we'll wipe it out. And from there, the computer should be pretty much clean. So we're just booting up into safe mode one more time. Alright, so now we're booted up again into safe mode. And you might get a log from that AdwCleaner popping up in a minute. See if we get it. If we don't, that's okay. Alright, I don't think we're gonna. It wasn't that much detected anyways. You want to click, once you're back into the safe mode environment, you want to hit the Windows key again and hold that down and hit the letter R like we did earlier. And you want to write in MSC config once more. So you want to go over to the boot section, the boot tab, and you want to uncheck safe boot and click apply, click OK. Then you'll click restart, and that will restart the computer back into the normal Windows environment for you. Alright, and once you back into our normal environment, we'll finish off by installing the Ravo on installer program and get rid of anything else that was left over, and then from there we can say this computer is pretty much cleaned up from malware. Just give it a minute to boot up. It's taking a bit of time to boot up. That's probably because it's a virtual computer and we just removed a lot of malware. It may hang on to this black screen for a few minutes. Here we go. We got our mouse. All right, so now we're booting right into their normal environment now, and it looks like we're getting to it. We should when you boot back into your normal environment, it should not have much running anymore since we shut everything down that was malicious, and we shouldn't have pop-ups. We should be able to get to Google. We should be able to download the Ravo one installer, uninstall anything else we want, and it's fixed pretty much. So I'm just signing in here. Alright, so we're back into our normal environment, so I'm going to go ahead to the desktop. We'll open up the desktop. Alright, so what do we have running here? We have Malwarebytes, which is good. So far we have no pop-ups saying that our computer needs to be fixed. Okay, here's the ADW cleaner log that we saw earlier. Alright, and CCleaner wants us to clean the computer. I'm just going to click yes and open it up anyways. But here's the log that was from the ADW cleaner saying it's deleted these registry entries which were left behind from that software that we saw earlier. So I'm just going to exit out of that. Okay. And what we're going to do now is we're going to open up our browser again. Now it's a good thing to actually install Google Chrome if you don't have it on your browser anyways, because Google Chrome is a faster browser. It's more secure than Internet Explorer is. When you go to Google, actually you can just do a Google search for Google Chrome and install it. I'm not going to install Google Chrome on this virtual computer, but go here, and I would recommend you download and install Google Chrome. It's a better browser, it's more secure, and it can protect you from malware. Alright? But anyways, what we want to do is we want to search up the last and final program called, it's called Ravo Uninstaller. For some reason my browser, oh no, never mind. It's called Ravo Uninstaller. So what you want to do is you want to search Ravo Uninstaller. It's another 30-day trial, but it's really worth it, these programs. So click Ravo Uninstaller from the official site, and you can see here we can really browse the web much more easier than what it was at the beginning of the video when we had all the adware installed. So we're going to download the 30-day trial. Alright, why am I getting you to install this is because Ravo Uninstaller provides like an actual way of deleting all the registry entries that are from the program that you want to install. So anything that you don't want, like you can use the add and remove programs on your control panel, but it doesn't really remove everything when you uninstall a software. What Ravo Uninstaller would do is it will remove everything, even the leftover registry issues, which can't be removed using the Windows built-in uninstaller or add and remove programs. So basically, I'm going to just install this Ravo uninstaller, click next, accept the agreement, click next, next, and install. So it basically deals with the registry keys that are left behind, which you want to get rid of. So it basically removes programs on your computer completely compared to using the regular add and remove program method that doesn't completely remove the program. Alright, so we'll launch Ravo uninstaller. When it opens up, it looks like this. It's a very easy program to use. And what we're going to do is we're going to check the programs here that we have on our computer and uninstall anything that we don't want anymore. So whatever you have on your computer, you don't want it anymore. You want to remove it. It's going to even help the performance of the computer. I'm going to be removing whatever this is. I don't know. It was probably some adware or something I didn't mean to install. This program here I didn't mean to install. There's that SIM Cleaner Plus. It's still on here. Like maybe there's a few traces of it still on here. We'll remove that. And Advanced PC Care, that crap program that we don't want, I'm going to uninstall it. So to uninstall a program with this program, it's easy. Just click on it, and then up here, click uninstall. And it's going to go ahead and it's going to create a restore point real quick. It's going to analyze the program, and this is what you want to do is you want to click on advanced right here. Oh, look at that. Advanced PC Care popped up. Alright, so if any adware that is popping up still out there, just cancel it. What we want to do is we want to click the advanced thing and make sure that's checked and click scan. And that's going to go and scan for any registry entries left over from the program. So here we go. These are just registry entries left over from this advanced PC Care program that we don't want. We want to go ahead, click select all these entries and click next. And it says it's gonna, are you sure you want to, oh sorry, I didn't mean to click next, click no. You don't want to click next, that's gonna mess you up. You want to click select all and then you want to click delete. And it's going to say, are you sure you want to delete these selected items, and click yes. So it's going to go ahead and delete it. And now it's going to say found leftover files and folders from that program. So what you're going to do is you click select all, then you want to click delete. It's going to confirm that. Are you sure you want to delete the selected items? Click yes. Go ahead, it deleted it. There we go. The icon's gone off the desktop now. All right. Again, we're going to go for this software here, which I don't even know why it's on here. It's another junk software. Do the same thing, click on install, it creates a restore point, backs up our registry for us, and we'll let it do that. Again, make sure the advanced thing is selected down here, and when it gives you the option, you want to click next. Okay, well sometimes when you uninstall a program with this program, almost all the time, you're going to get a box saying, are you sure you want to uninstall the program? So we want to click on install, and then that will uninstall the program. And then you make sure you have the advanced set and select, and you want to click scan for any additional leftover files. Again, the same thing as we did with the other program, select all, then click delete right here. That will delete all of its leftover registry entries. It's going to go ahead and look for folders and files left over. It doesn't find them, it doesn't always find them, but it did. It found a whole bunch of leftover files, so click select all, click delete. So these actual files here that we're finding, when you use the control panel, like for an example, if you go to add and remove programs, I'll show you for an example here, and you go into uninstall a program. If you do it in here, you can uninstall a program, but what it doesn't do is it doesn't remove all the leftover entries. That's why this Ravo uninstaller program is better, because it removes these leftover files which wouldn't have been uninstalled using that method. That's the reason I got you to use this software. Alright, so go ahead, click delete all, and then it will ask you, are you sure you want to delete the selected items? Click yes. There we go, that's gone. So we're going to go ahead and do this with this software as well. Basically, you're going to do this with any software you don't want on your computer anymore. Alright, so that's that. And then next, we'll scan for any more entries left over from that. Again, select all, click delete. Make sure you want to delete the selected items, click yes. And there we go, that one's gone. One more piece of software to get rid of on here. And then we can, what I'm going to do is run CCleaner, Registry Cleaner one more, since we dealt with removing a whole bunch of malware and adware programs. Is run a registry clean real quick, and then we're done. And then I'm going to show you my service that I'm offering, remote support service that I can help you. If you have an infected computer and this video doesn't seem to help you, or you're not computer savvy, I'm offering remote malware removal for $25. And I have a website that I'm working on, and I'll show you the website in a bit. I'm just going to go ahead and uninstall this program and remove it. Um, it's only $25, and I will basically use remote desktop software and actually basically remove malware for you for $25. And I won't rip you off. I'm not like some people will. because there's a lot of scams that do this and they get you to download remote software and they rip you off. But I will actually probably do some of the similar methods by using Malwarebytes, CCleaner, and HitmanPro to clean your system up if you can't follow these instructions in this video or if it's been too hard for you. So I'm going to show you my website in just a minute here. So I'm still working on it, and I'm going to show you how you can contact me through Facebook, because that's probably how I prefer to be contacted. As anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this one last program and show you how to use CCleaner for a registry clean scan, and then we're done. Alright, so same thing, select all these, delete. Alright, so everything is now wiped off that I don't need anymore. I'm going to exit Ravo Uninstaller. I'm going to remove this text document, this that log from the Junkware removal tool. Remove that. I can delete the CCleaner setup file now off my desktop. And I'm going to right click the recycling bin and click empty recycling bin. Click yes and delete all the files in the recycling bin. I'm going to now open up CCleaner. And what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the registry right here. And I'm going to click scan for issues, and we're just going to scan for any kind of issues left behind, because we just uninstalled so much software on here. We might have some registry issues, and it doesn't necessarily mean these are really bad, but it's good to clean these registry issues up. So we're just going to let that run for a minute here. Shouldn't take that long to run. Alright, so that's that. That's the registry cleaner done. And when it's done, you can click Fix Selected Issues down here. It's going to ask you to make a backup of your registry. I recommend you click Yes. And it will open this window up. Just give it a second. And you want to save this registry key, this registry file, to where you remember it. I'm just going to place it in my documents and click Save. And basically that backs up the registry, alright? And once you do that, you'll click Fix Selected Issues, Fix All Selected Issues, and that will fix all those registry issues. One more time, you want to do a scan. It may find a few more entries. You can't really get them all, unfortunately. So you may want to use this program a few times. Click Fix Selected Issues, and we're good. So exit out of the registry cleaner, and don't worry if you can't get them all. It's going to remove this little icon here off the desktop. It's not even in use anymore. And right click empty recycling bin. And that's about it. This computer that was infected is now cleaned up. We can get to Google now real fast. It opens up in 1 second. I did say I recommended you use Google Chrome as your browser. It's more secure. Just try to use this computer. Everything opens up much more faster now. Everything is nice and clean. It doesn't take long. Everything is clean. The computer works much, much, much better. And as I said, if you need help removing any malware off your computer, I offer a remote removal service. I'm working on a website. I'm going to pull it up for you right now on my computer, on the host computer. It's called, I'll actually pull up Facebook for you. So if you're on Facebook, you can get a hold of me really easily. I prefer to be contacted through Facebook instead, because I can talk to you much easier. But here's my website here. I come down, show you. I'm working on it. I'll leave the link in the description box. It's basically not really done yet. It's this 1-800 number isn't working anymore. I have to pay a service fee for that to work. But contact me on Facebook. Here's the website that I'm working on. It's called Haig's Remote $25 Remote Computer Repair. Basically, I will repair your computer for you and clean all the malware off for $25. All right. So visit my website and actually contact me on Facebook, because that will be the best way that I'll get a hold of you, and I'll help you remove threats. All right. So if you enjoyed my video, remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Hopefully I helped you fix your system that's infected with malware. And yeah, if you need help, just contact me for Facebook, and I can remotely help you that way. Thanks for watching the video, and comment, rate, and subscribe, and have a good day.